Welcome to the final of GP Toronto 2012. Rich Hagan, Sheldon Menery with you for Willy Edel against Sam Pardee. And here is Sheldon Menery.
And we're already underway with Willy Edel bolting the bird.
Fair.
Okay, so Sam obviously went first. He played land, Birds of Paradise. Willy Edel took the 2 to shock himself with Stomping Ground to bolt. Sam Pardee comes back with Overgrown Tomb and Deathrite Shaman.
Thought for a minute Willy was going to bolt the pseudo bird there,
right.
But no.
Inquisition to Kozilek off of the Godless Shrine.
Pod Forest.
Swing and a miss. Pod Forest.
Pod Forest is really bad news for Willy Edel. He's going to bolt the Deathrite Shaman. So if he keeps enough creatures off the table,
18?
Yeah.
there's Birthing Pod. Willy Edel, any main deck answers to that? To the pod itself?
Okay, let's have a quick look. Well, Maelstrom Pulse. 2 of those. Yeah, that's going to be a lot.
Lotus Cobra for Willy Edel. Plays a Marsh Flats. Cracks it. 2 triggers off the Lotus Cobra.
Yeah. Now, what is worth remembering is that we've seen earlier in the top 8 Willy Edel do great things with Slaughter games, and it is entirely possible that Sam, who is Malira Pod, may at some point become Malira
That's true.
after game 1. We'll see.
So, Willy's got 2 mana. Gets the Overgrown Tomb in tapped because he doesn't need the 3rd mana, and drops a Tarmogoyf, which is currently 3/4. We've got 4/5. We've got instant sorcery, land, and creature in graveyards. So 2 mana 4/5s are usually pretty good.
Orzhov Pontiff, kill off the Lotus Cobra.
It's going to choose the -1/-1.
I'm gonna pay 2 life.
Keeps Willy Edel off of real acceleration. It's going to haunt the. He's going to sacrifice the Birthing Pod to haunt the Tarmogoyf, and he is going to search up something that costs 4. It's going to be Ranger of Eos.
Ah, that's interesting. So he now goes to fetch up to 2. So one of them is Viscera Seer, and the other is a replacement Deathrite Shaman.
Viscera Seer, one of the combo pieces. Once Malira is in play, Tarmogoyf is going to battle. Takes Sam Pardee to 12. I mean, this game could be over relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, the players are getting a move on because there's a new season of Prison Break being shot in here tomorrow, so... Lingering Souls from Willy.
Yeah, blocking isn't what he needs to do. He's going to need to get these guys through in really short order.
Sam with 2 mana this time says, here is Malira Silvark Outcast.
And here's Viscera Seer. Oh no, Deathrite Shaman.
Okay. And
He's going to pay 2 Phyrexia mana.
get rid of Malira.
Bring out
And run
Kitchen
out
Finks.
Finks, yeah.
Kitchen Finks is going to trigger when it comes into play, gain him 2 life. Obviously, he's going to have a sacrifice outlet next turn with
Viscera Seer.
Viscera Seer, thank you. Willy swings in, gets those 2 damage back with the Lingering Souls tokens, puts out 2 more on the flashback.
Kind of hurls down a treetop village in a very kind of end of turn fashion. Watch out for that treetop village. Can make a difference at some point. Was very much a kind of throwaway gesture there. So Birds of Paradise. Sam setting things up. Birds
Yeah,
of
he's
Paradise is going to go away.
Get Malira.
Malira.
Cast the Viscera Seer.
Uh-huh.
I've got life.
Yeah, so approximately now, Will needs that Stomping Ground to turn sideways and Lightning Bolt for Malira.
Viscera Seer. You got it? You got anything? Willy, cool character, just folds his arms, says nope.
Go.
What do you have, sir?
In
Sam says, come over here with your 4 flyers. Deathrite Shaman for Willy,
2 cards.
which, of course, isn't online right now, so can't interact with the Kitchen Finks when
Sure.
it goes to the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
Remove your land.
That's
You
right.
only have 1 land, right? Your land.
Takes out
Potting this.
Marsh Flats for mana, and then he's going to use it. Pod away, get Spell Skite.
Yeah. Bit of insurance. Chord of Calling.
Quarter Calling for 4.
4.
That's going to be the Murderous
Guess
Red
what,
Cap.
Guess what costs 4?
And
It's this.
kills Deathrite Shaman.
I'll sacrifice Sphinx, persist triggers. Sacrifice the Sphinx. Gain
Sacrifice.
life.
Back.
Red cap you.
Thanks for
And
playing.
then we're going to game 2. Yeah, it seemed
Yeah.
like that was a bit of a slow roll by Sam. He's like, why not just Murderous Red Cap kill you?
Had to be very safe. That's a very good match for you. That's a very good.
So he wants to go and get the Spell Skite. That's first of all. He needs that to be safe.
Sure.
So that Willy can't randomly kill Malira. Every spot. So he goes and gets that. And then he sacrifices Kitchen Finks, and that's what goes and gets the Murderous Red Cap. Did he do anything
No,
else?
Court of Calling got the Murderous Red Cap.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah. All right, so game 2. Quick game 1. Again, this Malirapod deck can kill relatively quickly. It's a speed that the Jund deck doesn't have. Jund deck has sufficient disruption to try to slow it down or stop it. What do you think we can expect in the sideboard?
Slaughter Games will make its reappearance. I'm fairly confident. There's 1 Dismember, which seems perfectly reasonable, more instant speed interaction, a couple of Kitchen Finks, 3 Rakdos Charm, Grim Lavamancer, there's an extra one of those, a couple of Dark Blast. Now that's potentially very good against things like Viscera Seer, so we may see those come in from Willy. He's got an extra Lingering Souls. He has an extra Maelstrom Pulse again, which can be very good against Birthing Pod. Sam, meanwhile, he has a Shriekmaw, Kataki War's Wage, not relevant, Obstinate Baloth for life gain, a couple of Lingering Souls, a Baneslayer Angel, 2 Dismember, a Harmonic Sliver, Linvala, Keeper of Silence, which doesn't really do an awful lot. It stops Grim Lavamancer activations, but not a lot else.
Stops Deathrite Shaman, too.
Sure. 3 Thoughtseize and 2 Rule of Law. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Willy at 1 down has the difficulty of having to be on the play and then on the draw if he wins game 2.
Right.
But you would think that one of his key plays, ideally, would be to see if he can get to the fastest possible Slaughter Games and simply take out
The Birthing
a
Pod,
key,
yeah.
That or Malira.
Or Malira, right.
Yeah, but probably Pod. The thing is, if you take out Malira, that's the end of the actual combo.
Right.
If you take out Birthing Pod, then Sam can go, well, I've drawn a Viscera Seer, I'll play that. I'll make a Malira, and then I'll make a Murderous Red Cap.
Sure.
And then I'll kill you.
You're right.
With infinite damage. So I think Slaughter Games is... the thing is, he's only got 2, though, so it's not like that's precisely plan A for Willy.
Thoughtseize and Inquisition are still big parts of his game.
Yep, they're still live.
That's how the Jund deck wins early. Looks like on the overhead view, a little levity there in the feature match area from both players. Willy Edel, big smile. I think Sam Pardee, bigger smile, because I think he feels pretty good here. Ben Klein, judge on the right. Sean Doherty, the judge at the top. There, our own Mike Rosenberg doing the text coverage, and our own Rusty Kubis right behind Willy Edel. Fine team. Also, while we have a minute, want to thank tournament organizer Jason Ness and Mike McPhee for putting together a great show here in the Toronto Detention Center.
Yeah, and to be fair, also, it's worth saying that you may have seen there in the feature match area not a lot of people watching. That's because this match is now up on the giant video screen, and there are lots of people watching in a different part of the hall. So they are currently looking at what you are looking at home around the world. Again, we thank you for spending your weekend with us here at the home of Magic, magicthegathering.com and GG's Live. Rusty Kubis, Rashad Miller, Sean Menery, and me, Rich Hagan. Welcome along. Great to have you.
All right, Sam Pardee up 1-0 against Willy Edel. So that means Willy's going to be on the play in game 2 and try to get out to that quick, disruptive start to keep Sam off of his infinite combo game.
Again, we talked about that idea of the 2 slaughter games not necessarily being plan A. There is also the difficulty for him that the discard is not, and disruption is not precisely plan A either. He has 3 Thoughtseize, which can't go up to 4. He has 2 Inquisition of Kozilek, which cannot go up to 3 or 4. So he only has 5 disruption spells available for such an early onslaught. So
turn 1 for Willy Edel is Raging Ravine. Turn 1 for Sam Pardee is Temple Garden, shocking himself playing Birds of Paradise. Turn 2 for Willy Edel, quick.
Bye.
A quick Dark Confidant, which gets abruptly decayed. Treetop Village for Willy Edel. But again, you got to feel not good when 4 mana turn 3 for the Malirapod deck, especially since he's going to play Gavany Township and drop the Birthing Pod. He's going to pod away the Birds of Paradise, getting himself into either Wall of Roots or Malira.
Yeah, and now the trouble is for Willy that the Slaughter Games plan is gone. Oh, there we go, Rakdos Charm to get rid of Birthing Pod. So
yeah, that's the mode. That's the mode.
Games plan is back on.
Right, that's the mode you almost never use with Rakdos Charm too.
Yeah.
Oh, how great would Rakdos Charm be against the other pod combo deck with Kiki-Jiki and
Infinite Pestermites?
Yeah, create Infinite Pestermites. Sure. Attack you.
You would hope that someone who was doing that would be careful enough to only make, 10 and hope that wasn't them dead.
All right, the Shriek Maul takes out that Lotus Cobra. Now, are there any 6s to get with Pod?
Oh, this will take a while to work out.
Okay.
Hang on. No.
Now, Sam's hardcast that, so, I mean, Shriek Maul can just simply start attacking.
No.
There are no 6s. Yeah, we don't really see much in Modern that costs 6 and higher except in the Tron decks, right?
Sure. Yeah, and they don't really bother with... Well, they do bother with 6 in that they've got Wormcoil Engine, but...
Right. And then 7 with Karn, and then...
11 or 15, take your pick.
All right, Willy Edel is going to get in with the Raging Ravine, so there's 4 damage. That will drop Sam Pardee to 10. So, I mean, Sam, without the Birthing Pod, there's a Misty Rainforest. Without the Birthing Pod, Sam's got to be careful, because certainly the Jund deck can get a lot of damage in sort of on the cheap and fast with Bloodbraid Elf.
Yeah, I mean, Sam has some time here. He has potential blockers. 10 is reasonably healthy.
It is a 1-4.
So they're just going, yeah, I've taken 2 counters off the
No,
wall of
no,
roots.
they're actually 0. They are
And I
counters. They're not counters off. They're putting 0
Oh,
minus
that's
1
right,
counters
sorry,
on.
Yeah. And I have 1.
Plus 1 counter on. Plus 1 counter on.
Yeah, courtesy of the Guaranteed Township.
So Willy Edel cracks marsh flats. Gets a swamp. Pretty brisk pace here. Maybe these guys are cold too. Especially Willy coming. Willy coming from the southern hemisphere.
In we go.
Raging Ravine wants to attack for 5. Wall of Roots wants to block. There's Grim Lavamancer.
Right. Now 9, courtesy of Misty Rainforest.
Other than Deathrite Shaman, there's nothing that Willy has that attacks Sam's graveyard, is there?
No, don't believe so.
All right, Sam Pardee at 9. Willy Edel at 14. Untaps with his now 4/3 Shriekmaw.
Which does have the virtue of being out of range of Grim Lavamancer, so it represents a decent blocker, which one has to assume is what it is currently for a Raging Ravine that's now getting properly out, well on the way to out of hand.
How many cards do you have?
Plus, potentially, he just chooses to block with Shriekmaw on Treetop Village if Willy decides to go that route, so...
You know, a lot of people forget that Shriekmaw has fear.
Yeah. Yep, that would be a legitimate threat right now if Sam was in the driving seat in terms
But
of
he is
damage.
not, no. He's going to search up another forest. And he is going to Chord of Calling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4.
Yep. So, Red Cap will take out the Grim Lavamancer. Raging Ravine is ever so good, but boy, does it ever drain your resources.
Yeah,
every turn.
it costs a lot of mana. Well, it was the backup plan for this deck, for the Jund deck when it was in Standard. When the board got wiped away and you had, because you played 26, 27, 28 lands in that deck. All right. Willy Edel does have 6 mana at his command. That Raging Ravine could be considerable. Sam Pardee at 8. So he's not gonna want to get hit by that Raging Ravine and get himself in bolt range.
So it looks like Willy has just decided to go with the Treetop Village route this time.
Because that still leaves him 3 mana to cast things with.
Yep.
And he's going to battle. Plus it has Trample. So he's going to block. He's still going to take damage. They're going to trade.
And of course the Red Cap comes back, but now Maelstrom Pulse gets rid of it. So
yeah. A little bit of a telegraph there from Willy that he knew he was going to have enough to cast the something.
Yeah,
He didn't know whether it's a lightning bolt or
and he pushed the Treetop Village straight at the murderous Red Cap. There was no suggestion of, put it over here in case you don't block. Pontiff. Add
and
1.
with the plus, add 1 to your guys.
So Willy has Sam at 7.
But he himself is at 9.
Yeah, Raging Ravine is not sufficient. It's going to come in. Does he have a lightning bolt? Oh. Okay, and then in.
Yeah.
That's the 3rd counter. So, Sam.
Has to block, sure.
Yep, so that's
It's gonna haunt.
haunting.
The Shriek Maw. Willie just says go.
Certainly been a very different game since Birthing Pod went away.
Oh, there's
as
Birthing
we
Pod.
See another.
Now he paid the full mana for it.
Can Willy Edel force a deciding game here in the final? 1,048 players definitively not winning GP Toronto.
52. 10:52 was the final count, I believe.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
had 1050. Okay. These are definitely the last two.
These
though,
are
aren't they?
definitely the last two.
Okay.
If you're going
Some of the math still works.
you took one. Oh, yeah, Jason.
I'd say half of your math.
Rakdos Charm again for Birthing Pod.
Another bullet dodged there for Willie Edel. He's at 6. So Gavany Township twice on that Shriek Maw means
This guy is
he's dead.
Oh.
4-3.
Oh.
There
Lightning
we
bolt.
go. Lightning bolt. Smash.
On to game 3.
Yep.
There once again is the good overhead shot and of the feature match area, and really just off to the right on the screen, you see the fella in the checked shirt with the backpack there.
Yep.
Is the large gathering of the folks who have
Stay
sat down and stayed here to watch the final. And now, Rich, one game left.
Yep, so clearly Birthing Pod, or more accurately the absence of Birthing Pod, was incredibly important in that game from Willie's point of view. The Slaughter Games plan is interesting in that he's on the draw, and of course once what Slaughter Games does, it lets you look at hand and graveyard and library. What it doesn't impact is the board.
Right.
And Sam, we know, has plenty of ways to get him to the point. He has Birds of Paradise, obviously. He's got a Noble Hierarch in his main deck, has a couple of Deathrite Shaman. So potentially the Slaughter Games is just going to be too late.
Right.
And Willie may therefore perhaps decide that he doesn't want them here in Game 3, or even if he does, that they are likely to have less potential impact.
Well, Birthing Pod will still be good, but without Malira, you lose your infinite combo.
Yeah. As you say, though, you still have quite the toolbox.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still a rather threatening card.
Yeah, I think broadly I'd rather play against Malira than against Pod. Essentially, there's far more versatility with the Birthing Pod still in the deck.
Right.
Even though, as you say, getting rid of Malira ends the infinite combo. Sam a little less smiley after game 2, it's fair to say. Plenty
Well,
to think about.
he drew those 2 Birthing Pods. He's probably pretty excited about his chances.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Willy Edel had 2 answers. Once again, a big thanks to all the folks that have helped put this show together. You know, there's a lot of moving parts to a Grand Prix event.
Always.
You've got the tournament organizers got to arrange all the space and the hotels and get the judges in. The judges got to come from all over Canada for this and all over the world, as a matter of fact, for this event.
Yep,
Great
Christiana.
job. Christiana Dionisio, head judge from Italy. Gavin Duggan, the Canadian regional coordinator. And a staff of some 70 judges, I think, were at the judge conference on Friday night. So, plus all the staff folks that Jason brings along as the TO.
Is that a relatively recent addition to the judge program, the Friday judge conferences? It seems to be a lot more active. Maybe it was just in smaller rooms back then.
Yeah, it was. They
now
were
it's kind of
smaller, and
out front
it'd be
and center.
great to send judges off to a conference someplace, but people work, they have to travel. And we're into the finals, and Viscera Seer, turn 1 from Sam Pardee.
1/3 of the way to infinity.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there is, with Rakdos Charm around, there's a theoretical draw scenario.
Yeah, yes. Has to be a real squeaker, though.
Yeah.
This is not one where we're going to see 7 or 8 creatures in play for
Right.
Sam.
Verdant Catacombs goes and gets Temple Garden for Sam. He's going to take himself down to 17. Yeah, 2/3 of the way to infinity.
Yeah. But if you want a crumb of comfort, Edel fans, he's only halfway there.
Right.
Because he only had 2 mana. But now Melira is gone. Back to a 3rd. We want one of those bars, like in Alice Street Fighter 2 kind
Right.
of thing, don't you?
Dark Confidant for Willy Edel. So that is going to get him into some of his answers. Visceracia just gets in and battles.
Go.
Willy.
Reveals Rangervine Thicket. Which means no damage for Willy Edel. And Dark Confidant returns the favor and drops Sam Pardee to 15.
Yeah.
Another Verdant Catacombs there. This one on Willy Edel's side. Dark Confidant going to get torn asunder, as it were.
Uh-huh.
And Visceracia gets in again.
Yeah. Where is land number 3 for Sam Pardee?
Oh, you're right.
That is...
Oh, that's
That's not the correct answer.
Okay.
Temple Garden. What Willy gets off of the Verdant Catacombs, of course, comes into play tapped, since it's the end of Sam's turn. The tempo of missing that land drop could be really significant.
What are life totals going?
13, 17.
I'm at 16. He is at 16.
Oh, you are at 16.
Yes,
okay, I'm
that's
sorry.
why I asked. 'Cause
Double check the life totals there.
You
16 for Willy Edel, 13 for Sam Pardee. Willy says, hey, can I draw?
Land 4 Slaughter Games? Okay,
Bloodbraid
land 4
Elf.
Bloodbraid Elf. Into perfectly acceptable Lotus Cobra.
Although could be worse for Sam.
Oh, for sure.
Bloodbraid Elf is going to get in there for 3, drops him to 10. This could be quick if Sam. Oh no,
That's not a land. It was
Yeah,
a birthing pod.
you don't want to see that if you're Sam. Willy may not want to specifically win that way, but he'll take it.
Willy Edel of Brazil. He has had a terrific year. 4th in GP Costa Rica, 7th at Pro Tour Return to Ravnica. A ton more money finishes through the year. Reach out with Dismember, kill off the Visceracia.
He's going to come in for 6.
Visceracia, of course, responds with Sacrifice and put the not a land from the top to the bottom.
There's
in
6.
comes Willy for
That's going to drop Sam to 4, and
5.
And Tarmogoyf probably seals his fate.
Here we
Look
go.
for the hand. Wall of Roots.
It's defensive. Doesn't look to be defensive enough. There's a treetop village there waiting to activate.
Landfall. Kill your.
And
There's the handshake. Willy takes down Sam Pardee 2-1 to win Grand Prix Toronto 2012. Rich, we saw some magic.
certainly did, and that is at his 4th attempt. A Grand Prix title for Willy Edel. Twice he's been a runner-up in Premier events. Pro Tour Charleston with teammates Paolo Vida Damarosa and Celso Zamper Jr. And then